tutorial, we'll be looking at how I designed this Eat Healthy app, this beautiful Eat Healthy app for a client. Okay, let's go through it. Now, this is a finished work. When I'm done, it should look like this. The client has chosen, you picked what you want to buy. So when you click on your cart, it should bring you, when you click on what you bought, it should bring you here. And you see the other things you've picked. For example, you see the apple. You click on buy now, it should take you to this page. When you see all the things you've picked and you want to buy, when you click on checkout, it should bring you to this page. Confirm order, should bring you where you should make payment. And when you click on pay, put all your details. You click on pay, payment should be made. So that's the app I want to design. Okay, so I designed this app with Figma. I love Figma so much. I use Figma to design all my apps, and I also wish some improvements can be made on Figma. But as it is, I love it so much. So this entire app, this is splash screen. The screen you see when you click on the app on your phone, and it brings you here to either log in, you either click on login or you sign up, whichever it brings you to any of this screen. And there's a dashboard. You can pick whatever you want to buy here, and whatever you pick, it gives you details of what other thing that you picked. And when you click on your cart should bring you here, and then you go check out, confirm order, and finally. So let's redesign this. And how did I do this? Now, if you don't have Figma, just go to your address bar on your system. Just click and type figma.com, and when you click that, it should bring you to this page. Because I already have an account, it should bring you to this page. Because I already have an account, that's why you're saying this. If you don't have an account, just click on get started, and you'll be able to sign in. You'll be able to create an account. All right. So to redesign this, I'm going to close this. To redesign this, first, what I want to do is to create a new file. So from where you are, you see something like that looks like, you see something like create a new file. You see a new design file somewhere at the top. So just go there and click. As a matter of fact, let me type that. Let me see figma.com. What that is opening, okay? You see where you create you see new design file, or you can come here and click, go to file and design, or you can just and say file and new design file, and this will open a new canvas for me to create my files. All right, so I have this. I want to redesign this. Now to redesign this, what I did first was to create, look at this phone size shape of rectangle. Now to do that, I'll head over to my my toolbox. I'll click on this, and I'll click on frame. I can press F on my keyboard, whichever. Click on frame, and it will load up these different frames for me. I'll look at the frame that I want. Because I'm designing for a mobile, it's a mobile app. I'll click on, let me use iPhone 14 Plus. iPhone 14 Pro Max is what I usually use. I use iPhone 14 Pro Max, and when I click that, boom, it loads up this frame for me. You can see the frame. I'm holding down control on my keyboard, and I'll roll back my mouse scroll to zoom out, and I'll hold down my space bar. It will give me this to change to this hand tool, and I'll move it, and I'll pan wherever I want to pan to. So just move it here, and I'll zoom out a little, and here we go. Now, the beautiful thing about Figma, again, is that it has a large community. It has a lot of support. You have a lot of things you can get for free if you're designing with Figma. For example, if you head over to your address bar again and just type figma.com/community, it should bring you here. Now you can see different things people have done, and you can reuse them. There's no need redesigning all of this again, unlike would have been in CorelDRAW. Well, anyway, CorelDRAW would have gone to download it somewhere. But for this, I don't need to redesign all of these things, recreating. Of course, I can recreate them, but there's no need redoing it. I just go to Figma community, and I'll look for something that has status bar. Look for someone that's designed that someone I've done before that has status bar. Like this design probably have, and I'll double click on this design. It's an Instagram. Then to load up this for me, I can scroll in to see. Can just scroll in to see. Still loading, still loading, and once it's finished loading, I can now scroll in. It scrolls in, you can see you can copy this. This is status bar. I can copy the status bar and reuse it. But I just will get a copy and then I'll copy it. But because I already have that done for me here, instead of copying this one, I'll just copy this. I'll click on this and I'll Control C. I'll copy that. I'll get to my new file. I'll Control V, and there you go. It's pasted for me. Now, if I didn't have it, I'd have just gone to get a copy, and it will open up a new tab, and then all of those designs can be reused. I can now reuse them for whatever I want to use it for. I look for the element that I want there and I'll use it. But for now, that's what I'm doing. I already have it here. Next, I need this. You can see this logo, the Eat Healthy logo, and I'll go and get the logo. I'll just go open up the file. I'll open up the file where I kept the logo. I kept it on specials, and that will open. I'll go to Figma. That will open up, and that's the logo. I'll just grab it and drag it in, and there's a logo. Now hold down my shift and I'll reduce the size a little to the size that I want, and I'll place that here. Now, something else I didn't say that's very important now. When we are designing, like when we are designing for print, we usually have guidelines to guide our design so that it doesn't, flip over the screen, so that the final work, everything will be in place. The same thing with Figma. So now I'm designing with Figma. What I need to do is I have to have the same kind of guides. Now, if in your Figma, you probably will not have this rulers here. So what you do, if you don't have these rulers, go to here and click on this. You go to view, and then you'll see rulers, and you click on rulers. Now, this is how your own will look like when you first open Figma. Then you can now go to this part, click this, go to view, and then you'll see rulers, click on rulers, and then you'll get this ruler. And before I bring guidelines, what I want to do first is I'll double click on this iPhone 14 Pro Max 1, double click on that, and I'll change the name to Splash. I'll enter that and I'll have this. Now I can click on my splash screen and I'll head over here. Then I'll click on this grid. This is layered grid. I'll click on that layered grid and I'll click on this grid. Click on this and I'll change this grid to columns, and I'll make this 6 columns, 6, enter, and I'll make the margin 25, and I'll enter. Now I have my grid set up. Now, none of my design elements should cross any of this in the end of the grid here. So what I'll do to do that, to ensure that, is to go and grab a guide and I'll drag it. I'll keep it at the end of this grid. Hold down my space bar and I'll have this hand tool. I'll pan to the side, zoom in a little more, grab another guideline and place it here, and I'll zoom out. And here we go. Now I can remove the grid and go and turn off the grid. Click on this eye icon and grid is gone. So now you can see whatever I'm going to be designing will fall between the space you're seeing. I'll just keep it between those guidelines. It shouldn't cross the guidelines. Okay, next, what I want to do is to go and get this image here. So I'll just copy the image. I already got it. Just Control C, and I'll get here Control V, and that is the image. I'll bring that down, and it will just clip in, and boom, and there we go. I have my splash screen is ready. So once you launch the app, you should get a screen that looks like this. This is my splash screen. Next, what I want to do is to create the next screen. Let's go to the next screen. This is the next screen. I want to create the login screen. This is a login screen. So let's go and do that. I'll click on this splash here and I'll Control D on my keyboard to duplicate that for me. And now I can start recreating the splash screen. I don't need this, and I'm going to remove this temporarily and keep it here. Let's see how this works. We have the cycle. Look at the cycle. We have the cycle here. Look at the cycle. The cycle is 618. This is cycle 618 by 618. So I'll go and create a cycle. I'll click on this and I'll grab ellipse. Hold down my shift and I'll click and drag to create the cycle. And I'll just make the same size 618 by tab 618, and I'll enter, and I'll have the same size of cycle. I'll just bring it here, I'll keep it here. It will clip in, so it clips in beautiful. I want it to clip in. Now it's clipping in because, let me show you again. If I click this, let me change this first to, this is my login screen. Enter. This is clipping in because if I click on this, you see this clip content. If I uncheck this, you see it's out. It's no more clipping. If I check this, it clips in again. So I want whatever I'm bringing to clip in. That's why I allow the content to be checked. So that's clipped in. So I have this and do that. I'll click on the cycle and I'll move that. I can move that. It's clipped. Okay. Now what I'll do next, let me see how I leave that one. Beautiful. I'm going to move it till I get this point here. Okay, next, nice. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'll duplicate it by holding. I'll click this. I want to duplicate the cycle. The cycle selected. I'll hold down my Alt and I'll click and drag it to duplicate the cycle for me. Now I have to bring in something else. There's a picture inside of the cycle. You can see there's a picture inside of the cycle. So I'll go and get a picture. Now Figma has so much free things you can use. Now, for example, I need a picture. Instead of going to download, there's a plugin I can get on Figma that can give me any picture that I want. So you can right click and you see plugins, go to plugins, you see Unsplash. If you don't have this plugin, just go to find more plugins and then just type Unsplash. You should see Unsplash and then just say run. Once you run, you should be able to get it. Now for me, I already have the plugin. So when I right click, I go to plugins, I can go to Unsplash to load up this dialog box for me. Look at the dialog box, it's loading. So wait for it, it's loading, running on Splash. Now it comes up, I can just go and look for any picture I need. I can say I'm looking for healthy food. I can say healthy food, and I enter to give me different pictures. I look for the one that meets that guarantee it looks like what I'm looking for. And let's say I like this picture. I'll just click on this. I click once. It will load the picture into my canvas, and I'll just reduce that. And I'll reduce the picture now. Reduce that. Hold down my shift to reduce the picture, and I'll move that here. Reduce that again. I'll zoom in. Okay, now I have the picture. Now I'll move the picture inside. I want this picture to be inside of this cycle. Be to create a mask. So I'll put the picture on top of it. I'll click on the picture, hold down my shift, and click on this cycle. Then I'll head over here. Look at this place you're seeing. Use as mask. I'll click that use as mask. The picture will be masked inside of the cycle. Now I can click on the picture and just hold down my shift and increase that to fill the cycle, and I move that a little, increase that, and I move it in here. So undo that, sorry. Right, I'll move that, just move it something like this. Let's say I'm fine with this. Now I can now take this other one and place it. It will clip and just exactly there. And I'm going to change the color to green. I'm going to change the color to green. Change the color to this green, and I'll reduce the opacity a little. Let's say I'll make this 75. But first, let's see the color of green that I used there. See this green that I used. The green is 00A859. 00A859, and the opacity is 85. So we have the same thing, 00A859. So let's click on this, and I'll make this 00A859, and the opacity will be 85. And now 85. Now I can bring this and place it here. Nice. So I have this. The difference is that the pictures are different. The pictures I use here and that one is different. That's a difference. All right. Maybe I can use a different picture. Okay, let's just leave that. Let's just go ahead. All right. So next, I can now bring this status bar. I'll bring the status bar I'll bring the status bar and I'll place it here where it was before. Okay, and this time I'll make it white. I'll change the colors to white. Just double click on this, double click on this, and in one more time. Yeah, in one more time. And I'll just go change the color to white. Fill color to white. Nice. I have that white. The same will go for this. Nice. Change the fill color from black to the same color that I used here. I'm going to pick this color. All right. The same here. And change the fill to this color. And I'll do the same thing as well here. All right. I'll change the fill to the same color here. Beautiful. Now I have this. I'll just zoom out. All right. I think I need to zoom in. There's something else there. I need to change this, something like this. All right, so let me change that fill to the same color that we, okay, beautiful. So now I have this. I can now zoom out. So next I need to have, look at this here. Look at this thing that we have here. We have this beautiful curvy shape. Then we have these things that are here. You see this login and the sign up. And we have the enter email. Quite easy, very quite easy to create. To just go and recreate that. Just go and recreate that. Now, if I was designing for speed, I wouldn't need to recreate that. I would have just gone to the community and look for somebody who has done something that looks like that and just copy it and customize it to what I'm doing. And then I'll just change it and go ahead and do and use it. But for the sake of this tutorial, I would like to recreate that so we can see how I did that. But first, let's get this picture in and let's get the picture in. I'll just go and get this. There's the picture, bring it in, and boom, we have the picture. And I'll reduce this a little, just bring that here. I'll zoom in some more, reduce that. Okay, to clip in. Okay, sorry, it should clip in. And now it's not in. I need to move that up. Beautiful, I have that. It was behind the layer, so it wasn't clipping in. So I have that now. I can crank this up a little by just clicking this, hold my shift and move that a little. All right, so I have this. Next, I need this. Now let's go and grab a rectangle. Click this, grab a rectangle. I'll just click and create this. So look at this. Create a box that looks like this. And the box is behind this, so it's not showing really well. So I need to move this rectangle up so it can show well. Nice. So I'll keep this here at the middle and maybe crank it up a little, zoom in some more, and just I think it's just slim, just a little more large. Bring that down. Nice. I have it like this. Now I need to curve. You see this one has it's got a curved edge. See this curved edge. I need to have that curved edge. I'll select the box and come here and I'll click on this. I'll make it 20. Let's say 20 as a curve. I'll say 20 first. Enter. Not curve enough. Let's try 35. I think it's better now. Better so we can just click that and see. This is 40. So let's make ours 40. So we can just make this 40. And we have that coverage. Next, there's a shadow. You can see the shadow. There's a shadow. We can go and create that shadow. And the color is white. But if I change to white, because if I change to white, we won't see it very well. So, okay, let's just switch color to white. Just move the color to white. Now it's white. And next, I'll go to Effects. Go to Drop Shadow. And I'll click on this icon. And I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this 4. I'll make this 10. And I'll make this I say 8. How does it look like? 8. Beautiful. So I have the shadow. I'm going to increase this blur to, let's say, 20, 35. Nice. I think the blur is too much. Let's make it 25. Okay, so I have the look at what I have now. You can see just as we have here, you see similar thing here. Now I need to bring this eat healthy icon again, the one that has the red variation. So this one that I already have here. I'll select this. I'll just copy that, Control C, and I'll bring it here, Control V, to just space for me, and I'll pull it up, and I want it here. So you can see we have the eat healthy icon already, and fine. I can just size a little. It's too big. Okay, our page is almost ready. Next, I need all of this. Look at this. Now, if I was designing this thing, like I said before, I won't need to recreate this. I'll just copy and use. For the sake of this class, this video, I'll just redo it same way. I'll go grab my rectangle tool, arrow my keyboard, just click. If I do that, there's something that was there. Okay, just click and drag to create this rectangle, and it's behind. I'll move it upward. I'll move it up again. Now I'm going to rename this rectangle. I'm going to call it login button. So I always know it, login button. All right, so next, let's see how it looks like. I'll select this, 50. So I'm going to go and curve these edges so it will be curved like the other one. I'll make this 50 pixels, enter, and here we go. We have this. Let me see the size. The size is 365 by 37. Let's make that 365 by 37. 365 by 37. And I enter, and boom, here we go. I don't undo that, it's too big. Undo, nice. I'm okay with my size. All right, so I'll crank this up a little. I think it's too small. I'll zoom in more, and I would like to centralize that. Too big. Just a little adjustment, you know. All right, so I'll keep it here. Now I don't want the outline, so I'll remove the outline, and I'll make it, what's the color of the outline? Ash. I'll just go, I don't want the fill, so I'm going to come here and click 0 opacity. I'll go to strokes, and I'll make the stroke, let's say 1.5, not too thick, just there. And I don't want it to be black. I'll just make it somewhat this color ash. But let's grab the color we use it, and then I'll make it somewhat this color. And I have it. Here we go. I have that. Let's see, it looks like. Okay, we're there. Next, I'm going to click this, hold my shift, and duplicate this. Duplicate that. Now for this one, I'm going to take out the outline, will be 0, and I'll fill it 100%. But this time with my color green, I'm using, and I'll make this 100%. So nice. Now I can reduce this and just place it here. Nice. I have that call. So next to go and type, we have login. The font I use is I'm using Segio UI, but I'm going to use Molish in this one. I'm just going to type login. Go grab my text. It's a text tool, or T on your keyboard. Just grab my text, and I'll just type login. I'm not seeing what I'm typing. Okay, just go login. Okay. Now move the text up here, so you can see what I did there. Login. And I'm going to change with the text selected. I'll just go and change the text I used. This is Inter. I'm going to use Molish. I don't know why I like the font Molish. And I'm going to make that semi-bold. Not good enough. I'm going to make it bold. Bold. So I have login. So I have login. I'm going to crank up the font size to 16. There we go. 16. And I'll select that, hold down my Alt and duplicate that. Now in this, I'll make the color green. That's color, and I'm going to double click on that, and I'll type sign up. All right, and I'll just, here we go. I have my button is ready. You can see the button, zoom out so you can see, well, look at the button, sign up, and you can see what we've created now, sign up. Next, I want to create all of this. You see, email or username, password, and you have this icon, you have all this. Let's go and do that. Now, I need to create a straight line. I'll go to my toolbox and click on this. See, look at this line. I'll click on line. From here, I'll just click and drag, holding down my shift. I'll have this straight line that looks like this. And here we go. There's a line. The line is not showing. Okay, just click on the line. And I'm going to move this upward a little. Somewhere here, and the line is showing. And I don't want to be black. I'm going to use the same color that I used here. Nice. And I want it to be 1.5. This stroke 1.5, and I can close that. Now, the same font I use, click on this font, use this one, hold on my alt, click that, duplicate that, and I'm just going to type email or username, and move that and just place that here. Okay, but I'm going to reduce, make that black, same color I used here, and I'm going to remove. I'll make it regular. I don't want to be just make it regular, and I'll reduce the size a little to, let's say, 12, and place that here. Zoom in, just place that here. Nice. I'll move that a little upward, up. Something here, and fine. Next, I will select the both of them, this and this together. Hold on my shift and select this. Then hold on my alt and just duplicate this. Bring it here. And now I'm going to type password. Just type password. And here we go. I have password. And I'll just move that a little to the edge. Nice. I think I should, the size is too small. I'm going to make the size 13. Yeah, 13 is fine by me. Select the both of them and line left. And I moved it in a little in. I'm perfect here. Now I need this. Now I need this. Okay, let me forget password and I get this eye icon next. I'm going to click this, hold down my alt, move it here again, and see, just type forgot password. Use this. What do I do there? Yeah, just do that and just place that here. Now next I need that eye icon. I can just go select, go to plugins. There's another plugin there called Font Awesome. The way we install the first plugin, just go, if you don't have it, go to find more plugin and type Font Awesome. You should get this Font Awesome icons by icon dot. Click on that and run it. Once you want to run it, go and use it. And I'm looking for eye icon. Just click, type eye icon. It gives you all of the available icons and enter. That's, sorry, eye. I'm looking for eye. Enter. And I look for the one that best suits me, and I like this one I'm looking for. Just click on that and it will load it in. Nice. I'll just go reduce the size and use the same color that I'll be using. Zoom a little more, reduce the size even more. Just place it there even more. Then I'll use the same fill color that I used for all of them, and here we go. We have the eye icon has been created. I'll zoom in some more and just align that. Just align that and just a little more. Align it. Okay, now we have that ready. Next, I need to have this login here. So I'll just go, I'll grab this, hold on my alt and pull it down somewhere here. Now what I need to do is double click on this and fill it with my green. Just click once and fill it with green. And I don't need this 0. I don't need the stroke anymore. And I'll grab login, hold on my alt and duplicate this and place it here. Nice. So once you feel that you have to log in, nice. So we have login here. So we can see the login page is almost ready. Next, I need to give you these options. Either you use any of this, either you log in or you use any of this other icon. So what I'll need to do is the same thing I've been doing. Go grab this and hold or duplicate this, drop it here, and I'll type or. Okay, and I'll just place that in the middle. Nice. Now I need these icons. Already I have the icons where I kept them, but I'm going to copy this one. Just copy, Control C, and I'll bring them here, and Control V. You have those, look at the icons, they're here. I'm going to move them up, 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 up. They need to go up. The three icons, just take them up somewhere here, and boom. Nice. So I select the icons and bring them down. Bring them down. So I have this here. All right. So you can see that our login page is ready. Our login page isn't this beautiful? So the login page is ready. We have the login page is ready. Next, I need the next. I'll just create 3 pages because of time. So I'm going to create, okay, I'll create up to this page. I'm going to create, this page is quite easy because almost the same thing. So what I'm going to do now is, now that I have this page, and if you can see this page and this page are similar, the difference is this one has confirm password and then the sign up is here, then we'll have this Apple. So what I will do is click on this login, I click on make sure this login is selected, then I'll Control D on my keyboard again to duplicate it, and now I'll just copy all of this and move them. First, let me get that apple. I'll just bring the apple. I'll go to where I have the apple saved. I'll just bring it in. Now I have the apple. I'll reduce that to the size that I want. Holding down my shift, zoom in a little more, reduce that, and I'll place that here. Okay, undo that. Let's see. Now I'm going to rename this sign up. I'll call this sign up page. This is my sign up page. So I know which of the page I'm working with. All right, so I'm done with login. I'll close. I'm done with Splash. So you can see the different pages. Okay, so the Apple, I'll bring it here. Now that I have my Apple here, I'm going to move this up, 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 up here. And so the Apple can show, and I'll just take it in. I'll move that up again. And here, and I have my Apple here. Can I clip it to just clip here? Beautiful. Let's zoom in a little more. And then we have the apple here. All right, so our apple is ready. The next thing I need to bring in is to just go. I'll copy all of what we have here. Look at this. I'll just copy everything word to word. First, I'll copy this first. Hold down my shape, my alt. I'll duplicate this. I'll place it here. Okay, I have this here. Next, I'll select all of this. Let me zoom in more. I'll select this. I'll select this. Select this. And I'll select this. I'll hold on my alt. I'll duplicate it here. Well, there's something is missing. Undo that. Let's undo that. Now that I have this, I have to move it up again. Let's come here. Right. So now I can select all of this. Select all of this. And hold down my alt and I'll move that here. And here we go. We have it here. And I'm going to move all of this up again. So beautiful. So I have it here. And next thing I want to do is to select all of this now, and I'll move them. I'll move this, select this and this. I'll add the line. I'll add the line. All right, so I'll hold down my alt and I'll move that here. Move that here. All right, so now it needs to go up. It needs to move everything up, 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 up here. Right, so we have that. And the last thing I want to move is this. I'll select the login and the button. I'll select this and I'll select all of the icons at the same time. This and this. The same way, I'll hold down my Alt and I'll move it here. Um, Here we go. I have here. I'm going to move it up again. So to go up somewhere here. Nice. So I have, you can see that I have this ready now. Now the difference between this page and this page is a sign up. So this is a sign up page. So what I'll do next is to switch this. So let's zoom in. I'll zoom in. So I'll move this here. I'll turn this to, let's say I'll make this color, let's make it white, someone like this. Why will make this color the same color? Let's make this, for now I'm going to make it black. So I'll move this here. Perfect. Now I'll switch this to white now. Make it white. Nice, we have a white. Then I'll make this the green color scheme, color scheme we're using. Very beautiful. Now I need to add confirm password because this is like a sign up. This is a sign up page. So what I'll do next is to move all of this. Just okay. I'm just gonna move this upward. Click on this. I'll click this. I'll zoom in a little more. Click this, and I'll move that upward. Nice, move upward. Now I will remove this forget password. I don't need it anymore. And now just go click this and this, and Alt and duplicate this. Now it's duplicated, and I'll say confirm password. Confirm password. Confirm password, and here we go. Okay, now place it properly. Now it's properly aligned, and can take out, I don't need this anymore. I can remove this. I can say, I'll now say sign up. If you look at this, I said sign up. So I'm going to change this to sign up. Just double click and say sign up. Sign up. We're done with the third page. You can see this is our splash screen. This is a login screen, and the setup screen is ready. So let's go.